It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Vikings on Monday night.
As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight we march to the finish of Week 12 with a strong Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Snowhawks of Chicago taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some...
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a look at the man under center, now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Elliott, he finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Alexander, and able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. Jarrett. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. They run the counter. Jarrett, and he gets it down to the 32. Now what a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st and 10, Elliott. From the left side, it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
And Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played with dinosaurs roam the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get it in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if that anything special in store for him today.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. He'll look to throw. And he'll find Hall. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down.
Looking to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play.
Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. They'll look to throw again. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
This defense for the Vikings very strong in that victory a week ago.
While you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Pierce now up the middle.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Back to throw here.
Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 3. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards, the final tally. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Snowhawks are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
And there's an offense that didn't panic after getting down early, and with good reason. No better way to silence a home crowd than with a nice, long, sustained drive. And they were able to put one together here and finish with the touchdown run.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Well, the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From the gun on 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. On first down, Jarrett. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Looking to throw. Elliott. Over the middle, it's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake. Elliott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Elliott. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 6 yards away, and the Vikings have taken the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
They'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Barber. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll bring up second down.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll set up a throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this one's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Gets the dump off to Pierce.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Elliott. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson.
Touchdown, Chicago! A big play there. 52 yards.
And the Snowhawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 17-14. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown.
And the football going back to the Vikings offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2.
Off play action. Elliott. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second and 4. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He is putting on a show in this second quarter, racking up the receiving yards as he has a first down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
A run for Pierce out of the gun.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 9 now.
Across the middle, he finds Robinson.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Give to Pierce.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's 2nd and 10. Another carry for Pierce.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Now, during that run, an injury here, we got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They go play action here on first down.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
On second down, Jarrett. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Jarrett. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Elliott. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Minnesota. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Operating from the gun. Elliott. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. From 19 yards away.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from taking the lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Point after, right down the middle. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. They're going to look to throw.
That's underneath to Pierce.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down. They'll look to throw again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Back to throw again. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. He'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And that'll keep this a one-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A final shot before break. Elliott. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath, as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started across the Atlantic in the Irish capital of Dublin, where you see the final score there. The Bisons want to get hot at the right time. And at 7-4 now, they're right in the mix for a playoff spot. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. The Buccaneers want to get hot at the right time. And at 7-4 now, they're right in the mix for a playoff spot. Finally, let's take the trip across the Atlantic. See what's happening over in London. And they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Tyler Bray, a touchdown catch in the victory.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far to scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Back to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of that third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And it's fielded at the 34. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go.
Jarrett taken down at the 30.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, Jarrett. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, Elliott.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Off the bootleg, Elliott gets it off to Freeman. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Operating from the gun, Elliott. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Vikings are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it's polished off by a Viking score. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Chicago offense set to get started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And that is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
I thought he had that one, and that was more than a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Vikings to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Elliott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Alexander, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Elliott firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Elliott. Throw left side complete. That's Scott. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Elliott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? You go with the bigger guy to try and use size. You got to try and go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards
yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He got 29 yards that time.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's Pierce on the counter. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Now a handoff for Pierce.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open, he just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. The Vikings on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 16. And the pressure gets to him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. And they'll go right back to Pierce.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And now out comes Minnesota.
They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff.
Throwing after the interception, Elliott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. At the 30-yard line. Looking to throw. Elliott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there. Now a handoff up the middle. Jarrett, he's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Elliott. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Elliott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
The Vikings send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now a 3rd down throw, and it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings now heading onto the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And this will be a Vikings 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle they go. Jarrett. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
To throw on 2nd down, Elliott. And this is going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Vikings will be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Jarrett. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Jarrett. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 103 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll run on 1st down. Jarrett, and he'll take this one down near the 15.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 2nd down. It's Alexander. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And just shutting him off there. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down 34-31, 65 seconds remaining. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a